medical spas do involve the practice of medicine. And in Texas, the prohibition on the corporal practice of medicine is derived from a handful of regulations and statutes. And those statutes require a person to be licensed to practice medicine. They overall prohibit physicians from aiding unlicensed persons from practicing medicine, including business entities. And they create criminal penalties for persons who falsely indicate in any manner that they're entitled to practice medicine. Non-medical professionals cannot own a medical practice, and you could not form a professional entity, as we'll get into on later slides. But that doesn't mean that you can't be involved in the healthcare industry. As we'll talk about in this presentation, non-physicians can get involved in a management organization and have a direct impact in this industry. So in order to understand when you need to be properly structured on the management model and when you can or cannot own a professional entity that sells medical services, we need to understand what the practice of medicine is. We get a lot of clients asking about cosmetic procedures and other services that they would normally think constitute the practice of medicine, and it does not require you to hold yourself out as being a physician. In Texas, we've had a series of criminal cases involving the unlicensed practice of medicine. In 2005, Dolores Agrippino was convicted of aggravated assault and the unlicensed practice of medicine when she injected several persons with mineral oil, causing severe complications and injuries to those persons. Again, in Texas, we had a woman charged with felony murder for injecting a patient with silicone, which caused an embolism that traveled to her heart and lungs, resulting in the patient's death. In both cases, defense counsel argued that cosmetic procedures don't involve the practice of medicine because the cosmetic procedure is not designed to treat any condition or deformity. As we see here, practicing medicine by law is defined as just attempting or offering to treat a mental or physical disease or disorder through any system or method in the attempt to effect those cures by a person who either professes to be a physician or who directly or indirectly charges money or other compensation for those services. It does not matter if you actually treat the person, as long as you're attempting to offering to treat the person and take money for those services, you are practicing medicine.